was like after we were friends for a couple of years, when we started talking about putting the label together in 2004, that was when I first heard his music. So we had been friends for a while, you know, and then he took me to his lab and played me some joints, and I was like, yo, where you been keeping all this stuff? Because it was almost as if he read my mind. I was looking for a new sound. I was looking for a way to reinvent, recreate. You know, all my favorite artists have done it. And as far as longevity and so forth, I think that's a key to longevity, being able to always come with something relevant.
Keep in mind that what he heard, it wasn't music that I made for him. This was just music that I worked on.
Yes.
From growing up in the culture, I enjoyed it, and being that I did well for myself financially, I always kept a little production set up, you know what I mean? So that the guys that I run with most commonly all rapped. So like that was a way that I incorporated into my socialization process, you know what I mean? Come up to my rest, and you know, I rest in a very nice neighborhood, a very nice community, Rockland County. A lot of times the guys rest in the cities or whatever, so it's a chance for them to get out and come up and just relax, and we make music, you know, and I let them take their demos with them or whatever, and you know, do whatever it was. And it was, you know, it's a beautiful thing, something that I felt blessed that I could even be involved in. And it just became a way that I grew up, you know, socializing in that format, you know what I mean, dealing with that. And it also was a way of me expressing myself musically. So for me, it was just what I do. It was just an aspect of me. I just didn't see it as something that I was going to pursue on a level. So I didn't have an agent, a manager, anything of that sort, and I wasn't collecting publishing checks, or I wasn't shopping my beats actively to any A&Rs or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? So when Guru heard it and he, you know, he liked it, and he thought it was good, you know, I sat back and I took notice because, of course, it's Guru. You know what I mean? And for me, I just think that what the world gets from Solar at this stage again, just to shorten it up a little bit, is that because I'm not a professional producer, when I started listening to the reels that Guru had from the top-notch producers, and I'm not going to name any names, you know, I could hear that they were tailoring their sound to radio. And I can understand it now because that's how a producer eats. If you're going to sell beats to A&Rs, whether you like this sound that's on radio or not, you better start making it because that's what they're buying. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to not go home and feed your family, or if you're single, buy your car, whatever it is you're doing, you know, with your money. So right away I saw that the world this time would get a free look again. That just when hip hop first came out, it wasn't about money. Nobody was changing their sounds to make money. They was making a sound that appealed to their people, to appeal to the so-called quote-unquote street. So if you gonna look at it as that, then that's what my sound is, a free sound. The sound I was just making to please myself, and that fit the sound of what I enjoyed and what my peoples, who I consider to be legitimate street heads, enjoyed.
I think that's the key too, that he didn't have that kind of, that he had a whole different freer outlook. Yeah, definitely. And now we just keep, you know, expanding upon that relationship. So like I said, the Street Scriptures was our first endeavor. This new Jazz has a whole next level. The Street Scriptures is a classic in itself as well. So those of you who don't know, go back and dig the Guru version 7.0 of the Street Scriptures. You know, we had people like Be Real on there, Styles P, my man Talib Kweli, Gene Gray, Jaguar Wright.
On one track.
Yeah. Gene Gray and Talib, yeah.
Talib and Gene Gray on one song.
So, you know, those are some classics as well, some underground classics that you need to go find.
Jaguar, right?
We had a song called Hood Dreamin' that we did an incredible video to the Solar directed. And, you know, so that's another thing, too, that he has, you know, under his belt. Is
that was
video directing.
The single got ripped off by Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Hood Dreamin'.
Like you listen to Hood Dreamin', that's the original, came out first, and then the version that he did was
a year later with Jill Scott.
Complete stolen record from me and Guru. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, Guru fans know that was a bite.
It was really disgusting that, you know, and I hope you're listening, Lupe Fiasco, or whatever it is you call yourself, man. You know, it's not cool to steal from a legend, man. He's coming up trying to do the same kind of thing that Guru and Premier did. So that's really shame on you, bro.
It's real flimsy.
Real flimsy. They should have hollered at the God. And my track was way hotter. You know what I mean? Everybody on MySpace knew my shit was the heat. You know, so I realized then that, you know, this was what I feared about the music industry. But I don't believe in fear, so I conquer my fear. So therefore, this is what I expect from evil-minded people. People that don't have a conscience, people that don't believe in anything that's real. And unfortunately, these are the people who have taken over hip-hop. These are the people who now own it. So 7 Gram Records represents something different than that. Accountability. I don't run around with security. Guru never ran around with security. You got a problem, holler. Because 9 out of 10, once you meet me, you're not gonna have a problem. You're gonna be, that's a cool dude, man.
Either that or you're gonna want to run.
Or you might need some new teeth. But as the case may be, the bottom line is we good dudes and we love the culture, and it's not gonna be about Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis. Now, don't get me wrong, if that's what makes you dudes happy, do it. But I can't listen to an album's worth of how many cars you got and how many big butt broads you're boning and how many ice rocks you got hanging. It's just not interesting to me. That's just not my goal in life. You know what I mean? Me, I care more about the art, the culture, and I also see the opportunity that hip-hop brings as a healing force. This world is in a fucked up place right now, man. People don't understand because they stay in their little mind states. They don't understand. This fucking war shit is turning people's minds against minds. You know what I mean? When we were loved, places where America was loved, we ain't loved no more. You know what I mean? People ain't checking for us no more like they used to. And directly that can be held responsible is dudes that are bragging and talking about crazy shit, running around looking crazy while motherfuckers are dying. And they not looking about they people dying that lightly. They're not happy about it. So, we do a song in our set, and I say, come on, man, we got to show that we care because the world is taking a position like, we don't give a fuck. Like, we on some arrogant shit. Fuck it. With people getting killed around them, well, we got our cars, we got our bling, we got our this and that. So, it's not funny, but I'm going to try to say it as lightly as I can. People, you got to wake up, man. You got to start using them noodles again. Start using the knot.
That's what 7 Grand represents, man. Intelligent creativity, opening up the dialogue.
We don't live on this planet alone,
exchanging information like this is important. The media, like y'all have a responsibility as well. A big responsibility.
Let me tell you something. The golden era hip hop, the Guru came from, changed the world. Ain't nobody over there running around with fake gold teeth in their mouth overseas. Them dudes ain't going over there touring like that. The rest of the world ain't checking, man. They not hollering. And as fast as they come up, as fast as they get in trouble, and they gone any fucking way. So they don't last more than a couple of years anyway.
I ain't worried about how many they come or watch them go.
So the bottom line here is, man, show respect where respect is due, man. Put your dollar where your mouth is. Go out, buy a Jazzmatazz CD, buy a Street Scripture CD, and see where it goes. You talk about you love the golden era. Well, here it is on the next fucking level. It's here. It's brand new. It's right in your face again. You think it's wrong? Check YouTube. Check MySpace. Google. You'll see. This is right and exact. This is real. So stop crying. Stop bitching. Stop moaning. Stop groaning. Come and get this new shit. Or just shut the fuck up and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Straight. You can holler at us at www.myspace.com/guru7grand, myspace.com/solar7grand, myspace.com/gurusjazzmatazz, or gurusjazzmatazz.net.
There it is.
Yeah. And the video's with
Oh man, yeah. Well, the video, State of Clarity, is out right now, tearing up the country, tearing up the world. I'll let Solar speak on that because Solar directed it. It blew me away, just the level of creativity. And
to throw out a creative joint with comment like that off the top was a really powerful move.
We appreciate you recognizing that. Yeah. I mean, I always wanted to be a crow with a pinstripe suit on, green pinstripe and a big hat. But Lord, break it down for us, Lord.
I mean, as a director, it's a whole nother animal than being a producer. So, I can't front. I got a little guy, magnificent, little Solar. You know what I mean? My little dude's like 3 and change. We can't sit down and we can't watch videos together, and that bothers me. It does. So when it came time to do this video, we checked with the usual suspects in Hollywood, in New York. You know what I mean? Treatments came in, and I ain't gonna shit on nobody's work, but it certainly didn't fit the concept of the song, the sound of the song, what Guru and Common were really rapping about in the song. So we were at an impasse, so to speak, a stalemate. You know what I mean? Spent a lot of money for something that we don't want, but we need. And that was where we left it, you know what I mean? I just sat down and I started thinking. I was like, well, what if I directed this video? And I'm not a director, mind you. I haven't been trained to be a director. But I am a director now, certified worldwide MTV. So I just started thinking to myself, well, why don't you direct it? You directed a few little videos before, nothing of this stature, you know what I mean? Nothing of this kind of star power. I'm like, well, maybe. And then I just started running ideas through my head. Well, what do I want to accomplish? I want to accomplish with the video what I accomplished with the song. So once I started sitting down and basically brainstorming with myself, that's when it came to me, animation. It's been done. One of the videos I liked over recent years that was animated was the Gorillaz. I always kind of enjoyed their stuff, you know what I mean? But I consider this music to be more like, historic in a sense.